Alt season is getting started and people are finally seeing the potential that Avalanche has. The price has been surging the last 3 days. Today we'll go over why and what I do expect for the future. Let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video on Pongo BTC. Today we're doing a quite early video because I saw the price of AVAX again this morning and I really wanted to talk about it. I got a lot of comments last month that AVAX wasn't moving and it seems like it's finally popping off. Let's go over why I think AVAX will surge this month actually. Well, first of all, we have to go over the events, of course. And what we see here is that they have a lot of integrations with other projects. OIN, Orion, NGM, Union, Yield, Injective, YLD, Nash. And I don't know all of these projects. I know, for example, Orion, which is a very solid project, just outside of the top 100. But all of these integrations are huge for AVAX. The more integrations we actually have, the more it gets used. And the more it gets used, the bigger the price becomes. So that's pretty easy. But I kind of want to show you what has happened since the last peak. And for that we go to another page of CoinMarketCap. I just clicked on the OI and Finance integration, but I really wanted to look at this timeline here below. So what we see in this timeline is here we have peaked around February 10. And what Avalanche is all done since that time. So we obviously peaked. We had an okay coin listing, which surges the price. But then the Avalanche Ethereum bridge that got announced really got us to an all-time high. And since then, we have been moving down. However, what we have seen, we have staking and NFT support. We have partnerships, another partnership. Listing on Crypto.com, a really big exchange. Listing on KuCoin, which is amazing. And obviously we already have a listing on Binance. We integrated on TrustSwap. All different kind of integrations. What else do we have interesting here? Yeah, AMAs, but that's not super interesting. More integrations that are planned. And look at all of these events that happened. It's actually a lot. So look at what happened before the peak, and look at what happened during the small correction of Avalanche. And all of this news, all of these integrations will eventually pop off once a new alt season starts. And what I've been talking about in the last video is that the Ether Bitcoin evaluation really determines whether an alt season starts or not. But let's go over the price for now. So what we see here on Avalanche Bitcoin is something I've been talking about for quite a while already, is that we have a double bottom here actually. So right here and right here, we have two bottoms. And we see here that these two bottoms are around the same price, around this 0.00045 mark against BTC. And what we have seen in the last couple of days, and don't get me wrong, this is the log chart, so that's why it looks a bit different, is that we already had a 20% increase against BTC, which kind of indicates that we're starting this move. And why am I so convinced that we are not seeing one of these moves again, one of these local tops, and where we go back to this bottom? The reason why I'm so convinced that will not happen is because I'm very convinced in this Ether Bitcoin pattern that we see here. We see here that we have left this band that we have been following since 2019, October 2019. What we actually see here in this band is that we are going from the top to the bottom and have some huge spikes in between. And these spikes, these are very short term, but very heavy. So what we see here, this is an increase of 70% against Bitcoin over a couple of weeks. This one is a bit longer, but really the pump happened here. 60% in a very short time. This one was also very big, around 100% in a very short time. And I also think right now we are in this short time pump to the upside of, or to the upper band of this Ether Bitcoin valuation. As you see that every time we move up, we are in some kind of alt season where all the alts move even faster than Ethereum does. But for that to happen, Ethereum has to move quickly. Look at all the favorite altcoins that you're looking that you're watching. Everything pumped from around the 3rd of January until the 5th of February. Around that time, so around this range, is probably when your favorite altcoin pumped. Look at it, look at the chart, you just see it happening. So when this goes up again, which just seems like it's starting right now, we had an amazing move, and we've been talking about this for weeks on the channel, that this would happen. And all my titles said, it will happen in March, it will happen in March, it will happen in March. That was because we were touching this lower band, and I was really convinced that we would move in March already. Well, it took a bit longer, and we are doing it in the beginning of April. I've begun getting a lot of hate comments saying, well, nothing happened in March. Wow, you see, your altcoins don't pump in March. And what happens? A week after March, in the beginning of April, everything starts to pump that we've been talking about. If you look at it, AVAX right now 8% since midnight. Reef is up a lot from the bottom. Atom is starting to move up, almost getting towards a new all-time high. We've been talking about Ether a lot, making new all-time highs. And I think this move of Ethereum will continue. So what does this mean for AVAX BTC? Well, on the short term, I definitely think we will hit these levels in between. But actually, honestly, on the BTC pair, I think we will hit all-time high in the end of April, maybe the beginning of May, somewhere around here. That we will move up very slowly to an all-time high, and then we can move past it. And what does that mean for the USDT value of AVAX? Well, that means that we'll probably get past a new all-time high, but I've already drawn this resistance line. For the very short term, I think we can have a move up to this resistance line, have a small correction back, and then we will move past to new all-time highs. And already this very short-term move is now around 35%, after which I think we will rally to new highs, and at the first level after the all-time high is the $90 level, which is 165% from here, which for a large cap is already very big. Where are we standing on CoinMarketCap right now? Avalanche is standing on the 35th place with a market cap of 4.3 billion. And I think Avalanche can easily go to 10 billion, which would place it somewhere around this 15 level. And I think it's even worth more, but let's be conservative for now. We say Avalanche could be a top 15 coin, given that the rest doesn't move, which will happen because Altseason is starting. I think a 10 billion market cap is pretty conservative, and an 11 or 12 billion market cap would give us a price of around $90. So that complies with the TA that we have been doing. Around a 12 billion market cap is very achievable in the upcoming months for Avalanche, I think. Alright, that's my video on Avalanche. It's a small update video. It's a bit of a rant because of all the March FUD that we have been getting. Everyone was FUDing Ethereum. Everyone was very bearish on altcoins, and that usually indicates that a major move is going to happen very soon. So you've all seen it happen. Everyone was very bearish on these coins, and now we're starting to see these pumps are almost 10% per day on AVAX, and if we continue this, we will see all-time highs in a couple of weeks. Also, Ethereum is doing really well. I do expect the 3000 Ethereum somewhere in April, maybe the beginning of May, and the other altcoins will follow, and probably follow faster. Thank you for watching. It's a small update video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, press the like button and press the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.